Did you know when we were celebrating the 74th anniversary of the Republic of Indonesia back in 2019, something big was released to the public? Something revolutionary. Skeptical at first it may seem for some people, but sooner or later it has successfully convinced the unconvinced. This is the story of how, from that day on, the 17th of August 2019, QRIS has changed the way we use our beloved money, the Rupiah, and on how we embrace the Rupiah pride. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and fellow participants. My name is Davin, and I'm a senior high school student from Pah Tsung School. And today, I will be sharing something to answer the question of how we can still embrace the Rupiah pride while at the same time enhancing QRIS adoption for Indonesia's future. Dear audiences, it is very important to understand that the concept of embracing Rupiah pride is not always by using cash money. Taking ultimate care of your cash Rupiah and not letting it crumple even just little is not always the way for you to show your love, pride, and respect towards Rupiah. I strongly believe that Indonesia is a very potential and diverse country. But this potential and diversity will only remain as an unutilized potential if we don't fully embrace our country's identity, which is Rupiah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is actually lots of way for us to embrace the Rupiah pride and also to support the economic growth in Indonesia. For example, by visiting local tourism destinations and also by purchasing local products. And if you have done both of that, then you can take the next task, which is to take a huge leap forward, and one of which is by embracing the widespread adoption of QRIS. Now, what is actually QRIS? Quick Response Code Indonesian Standard is a national QR code standard released by the Bank of Indonesia and the Indonesian Payment System Association, in which can facilitate all QR code payments across the country. And at the moment, QRIS has been used in 416 districts and in 98 different cities. And moreover, this has been utilized and trusted by more than 540,000 MSMEs or micro, small, and medium enterprises all over the archipelago. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the total transactions done to QRIS had reached a staggering amount of 3 trillion rupiah in total. Brilliant! This shows how QRIS has been a game changer in the payment system for citizens in Indonesia and how this is a new way for us to embrace the Rupiah pride. But now, the question is, how can QRIS actually help us to furthermore embrace the Rupiah pride? First of all, we have to understand the concept of embracing the Rupiah pride itself, and there's actually lots of ways for us to embrace the Rupiah pride, one of which is by supporting the policy in which can strengthen our currency in this Rupiah. Now, with the existence of QRIS, we can become less dependent towards the international payment platforms, and therefore we can support Indonesia's financial autonomy and also strengthen Indonesia and protect Indonesia from the potential disruption originating outside its borders. Other than that, QRIS also shows or maybe strengthens the sense of unity of the Indonesian citizens. Why? Because it supports having one common payment system used nationwide, so everyone's using it the same to pay something using QRIS. And this is also very effective. Why? Because QRIS is very efficient, very convenient, and also modern. And that's why lots of people love to use it, including me. And last but not least, QRIS is also very important because it can help us to strengthen our economy and also the Rupiah itself. Because more people using QRIS means more transactions stays in Indonesia, and therefore we can become less dependent towards other countries' money or currency, and this can also help us to strengthen the economy in Indonesia and also the local business owners and MSMEs all over the archipelago. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, just start to use QRIS. And I'm not kidding. This is a very positive transformation for us to embrace the Rupiah pride even further, especially as the youth and people who really value convenience. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, every revolution needs a process. Remember when, with the first time e-toll cards were introduced to the public back then, and lots of people were against using it as mandatory. But look at us now, all of us are using e-toll cards. So I'm just saying, it's not impossible that in the near future, you'll see everyone paying for their purchases using your phone scanning a QR code. So let's all together embrace the Rupiah pride by enhancing the QRIS adoption for Indonesia's future. I'm Davin, Dhammananda, Lieyono. Thank you for listening to my speech. Goodbye and have a nice day.